Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 5 previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. This game will be played down in Miami. Miami coming in with a record of 3-1. Baltimore with a record of 2-2. First with Baltimore, Baltimore is still sort of welcoming a lot of guys to that defense there. I think their defense has been a little bit better than people have expected. They've been very good at home, average on the road. 2-2. They split 2 games, won the 2 home games, lost the 2 road games. I think their defense will keep on getting better each week. I think the offensive side of the ball is a little bit of a concern right now. It seems like they're getting into that rut they got into last year, and the reason why many people think Cam Cameron got fired as the offensive coordinator, they seem to be abandoning the run very early when they're still in games. Maybe that was a product of Ray Rice being out last week. But we'll see if they establish Ray Rice this week and throw in a little bit of Bernard Pierce. I think that'll help take some of the pressure off Joe Flacco, who threw 5 interceptions last week on the road in Buffalo. I don't think that'll be the norm. But if you look at these two teams, where they're very similar is they've let up. Their offensive lines have both let up a lot of sacks. Miami's let up the most sacks in the league. Baltimore's in the top 10. And both of their passing defenses are in the lower half in terms of yardage allowed. So when you take a look at that, it tells me the key of the game is which front 4, front 7, which blitz package gets to that opposing quarterback the most and forces those bad throws. Because if these two quarterbacks get time against these secondaries, I think they can shred them. And you look at these teams are mirror images in that way, where they can get off the they can get after the passer, but when the pass rush doesn't get there, the stats show their back end is vulnerable. And we'll see how that sort of plays out in this game. I think that's going to be crucial. I like what I saw from Lamar Miller. I've been critical of Lamar Miller and the Dolphins running game, but they averaged over 5 yards a carry last week against New Orleans. They had to abandon the run because they got down, in the second half. So he didn't have a lot of carries, but I like what I've seen from Lamar Miller the last 2 weeks. We'll see how Ray Rice rebounds from that injury. Obviously, the Dolphins at home. I think this game is about as even as you can get. I think these two teams are going to be solid wild card teams or wild card possibility teams in the AFC. They'll be in the hunt all year. And in this particular game, I really like what I saw from that Dolphin defensive line last week in New Orleans. To beat New Orleans at New Orleans on Monday Night Football is a tough task, but I liked a lot of the things I saw from the Dolphins. I really want to see the Ravens on the road, their defense and offense click, which I haven't seen yet. So I like Miami -2.5 at home against Baltimore. I like for them to get to Joe Flacco a little bit more and hide some deficiencies in the back end of their defense. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Miami wins it and covers the 2.5. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview every game every week. I recap every game every week, and I'm always talking about the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe, check out my other videos, and have a great night.